Hello everyone, welcome to Nagma's Tech World. In today's video, I am going to explain about LLMs in the simplest way possible. Okay, so LLM stands for Large Language Model, and it's a type of AI that is trained on massive amount of text. Okay, from this text, it learns patterns in language, and when you ask it something, it generates answers word by word, token by token. You type a question, the model predicts the next best word, then the next word, and the next word until entire sentences, paragraphs, emails, or explanations, or even code are formed. Here, the important point is LLMs don't understand the world the way humans do. They understand patterns in text and they use those patterns to generate the best possible response. Here, as you can see, a diagram of LLM functionality. So, this diagram shows how a large language model works. Here in this diagram, in the center is the LLM, okay, the main brain of the system. It's the engine that has learned patterns from tons of text and uses them to generate answers. Then the next ring represents text training, okay. So this is where the model learns from massive amounts of data, books, websites, articles, conversations, etc. Okay, it does not understand like humans. It simply studies text patterns. Now here in the middle layer ring represents patterns recognition. Okay, after training, the model becomes very good at recognizing patterns. It understands how sentences are formed and how questions are answered and how ideas connect, etc. Now, using those patterns, the model can now generate text in the text generation. It generates text, sentences, paragraphs, emails, stories, code, and everything. So, this is the prediction process happening word by word. In the final outer ring shows applications here. So, this is how we use LLM in the real world, like chatbots, customer support, and writing assistants, coding helpers, and translation, search, etc. Okay, so they are all built on top of the model's text generation ability. Okay. What are tokens in LLMs? So tokens are simply small pieces of text. Okay, a token can be a whole word or a part of a word, a subword, or even punctuation. So LLMs don't read text like humans. They break everything into tiny pieces called tokens. So the model can process language efficiently. So now let's understand this with some easy examples. Here the model breaks words into smaller parts so it can understand the full word better. Okay, in example 1 we have playing word. Okay, here the model splits the word into two parts. Okay, play plus ing, and treats each part as a token and it generates two tokens. In example 2 we have unbelievable word. Okay, so what model is doing, the model breaks this long word into three smaller pieces, plus believe plus able. So each piece becomes a token. So it generates three tokens. Like this, LLM breaks the tokens. So how an LLM sees your sentence here? When you read a sentence, you see full words, right? But an LLM only sees tokens. So it does not read the full sentence at once. It reads token by token, predicts the next token, then the next token. And that's how it builds full sentences. Here comes the transformers. Transformers are the technology that actually processes those tokens and understand the relationship between them. Here, before modern AI like ChatGPT existed, models evolved through three major stages. Let's quickly follow the timeline. In stage 1, RNNs in 1980s were introduced. RNN stands for Recurrent Neural Networks, were the first models that tried to understand sentences. They remembered previous words but only for a short time. The problem here, they forgot information very quickly and struggled with the long sentences. Then in stage 2, all LSTMs were introduced. LSTMs nothing but stands for long short-term memory networks, which is improved RNNs, and they reduced the forgetting problem and handled long-term context better. But the problem here, they still process text one word at a time, which is making them slow and hard to scale. In the stage 3 came the biggest breakthrough. The transformers were introduced in the famous paper Attention is All You Need in 2017. These models completely changed AI. Why? Because transformers don't read text word by word. They read all words at the same time. This gives them instant understanding of relationships, context, meaning, long distance connection between words and everything. Here they solve two big problems. The problem one is older models could not connect distance ideas, right? They lost track of meaning if two related words were far apart. Here, Transformers gives the solution. The Transformers read the entire sentence at once. They see all words together, which is giving them a global understanding and similar to how humans read. Okay. The problem too is they forget information in long sentences. The old models or RNNs and LSTMs had memory decay. Here for this second problem also the transformers given the solution with the attention mechanism. Here transformers introduce the self-attention, a system that lets the model focus on the important words no matter where they are in the sentences. The model can instantly connect with the subjects, verbs and keywords with meanings and ideas across long paragraphs, everything. If we see one example, the model can directly connect with the dog word with the was hungry word, even if those words are far apart in the sentence. That's why transformers become the foundation of today's AI models like GPT, BERT, Llama, and all modern LLMs. But there's still one more piece of magic inside transformers, the secret ingredient that makes them truly intelligent, that is attention. Here, attention is a technique that tells the model which word should I focus on the most. If the transformer is the body, then attention is the brain that helps it understand meaning. And also, attention helps transformer to understand long sentences and remember key information. And also, it connects ideas that are far apart and it translates languages, it summarizes big documents and answer logically, and it also understand relationship between words. So this is the technique that made transformers a revolution in AI. Overall, attention is the heart of the transformer. Now that we understand what attention is and how transformers think, right? Let's see how an LLM actually generates answers. The process is simple. Okay, you ask a question, it tokenizes the input, then the model uses transformers layers plus attention, then it predicts the next best token, then the next token. It generates until a full answer is formed. Here, LLMs don't understand like humans. They generate answers based on probability, not the true understanding. Now, LLMs are powerful here as we discuss, but they are not perfect. Sometimes they make things up, okay, and add extra details or sound confident even when they're wrong. This happened because LLMs don't understand the world like humans, okay? They don't think or only predicts the next based on the patterns because they learn patterns only. So when the model is unsure, it may guess and that guess can be incorrect. So this is what we call AI hallucination, okay? Nowadays, LLMs are used everywhere. LLMs are already used in many places around us. They help in customer support, writing emails, coding, and chatbots, in research, and automating daily tasks, and so on. So, here companies use LLMs because they save time and reduce cost and make humans' work easier. But one thing need to be remembered is LLMs are not here to compete with us. They are here to amplify us. The future of LLMs will understand more context and handle images, videos, audio, and connect to tools and agents and assist humans more deeply. So, here we have to understand that AI won't replace humans. AI will replace the humans who don't use AI. So, this is what about LLMs for today. If you found this information helpful, like the video and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.